22nd December, and there are still wasps. There's still a wasp in this newt box, eating the sugar syrup. No, I don't think there are very many wasps, but it's amazing, isn't it? 22nd December, and there's a wasp there. Well, bees are not keeping it out this time of the year. Pretty grim looking entrance here, black and horrible. There's still the odd bee flying. It's just about warm enough today, I think, for a bit of flying. Uh-oh. That wasp is getting challenged. So maybe they do deal with them. It's all very grim at this time of the year, and grim and wet and horrible. Oh, that bee has actually found some pollen somewhere. Can't find its way back in, but it's found some pollen. Crazy, isn't it? This time of the year. These bees are using both entrances now, that entrance and that little entrance. They didn't use this entrance much earlier on, but they're using it now. It's not a very big entrance anyway. Be keen to open that up a bit, but not just yet, it seems. Not much activity from this one. I have taken the mouse guard off it. Maybe I'll put it back on. Just wanted to clean out the entrance. It should have a few dead bees in it. There are still bees in this one. They've come out now that I've been messing around, disturbed the box. They weren't out before. And there's another. There's still the old wasp there. Mated 2 wasps. So there's still a few wasps around. Amazing. I don't hold out a lot of hope for this hive, this box. The bees moved into it as a swarm in the year, into this 1412. It's a 1412. But I haven't really did anything. No bees coming from this one today. Maybe if I disturbed it a bit, they would come out, but I'll just leave it alone and cross my fingers and hope for the best. I'm in the woods, and this hive hasn't got any mouse guards on, so I'm going to put some on. Right, well that's better. Mouse guards on now, and these bees are flying, but it's going to get very cold, I think, in the next few days. The wind, I feel it just now, it changed, and I think it's going to be quite cold, so they probably won't be flying much in the next few days. Quite hardy bees though. They arrived this year, I don't know when, because this hive was actually hidden in the brambles, and they hacked through the brambles to find it. But there you go. So let's hope they make it through. Well, this one did have a mouse guard on, but it's out. So a lot of dead leaves on the floor. I don't know what's going on here. I might have to open this one up and have a look. Might have lost it. This doesn't look good. Lots of honey in these frames by the looks of things. But dead bees there. Wow. That's the bottom of the hive. Bundle of leaves there. No nest as such. On its way. Pretty old floor. Right, so these are gone. Definitely gone. Alright, so trying this honey on that one there. I noticed that's got a queen excluder on. I think I might just put that honey on that one. Well, that's where the mice were beginning to have a go. Looks like they've only recently started. So anyway, I've got to put a queen excluder underneath this box now so they can't get in. I'll put another one on top. There's still stores in here, but it's hard to say what they're like. The bees are coming in to get them actually. The bees know there are stores in here. Bees from the other hives. So I think I'll just leave it alone. The wax moth probably won't be too bad in the freezing cold. I think I'll leave it now and sort it out in the spring. Right, well there's a mouse guard and queen excluders on there now. So queen excluder at the bottom and one above the brood box and another one further up. So it's like shutting the stable door after the horse has bolted. But now the bees can get in, but the mice hopefully can't. And there's not even a handful of dead bees here, and they've been dead for quite a long time. Can't see queen in there, but yes, they've been dead for a long time. But before they all died out, looked as though they did make a considerable amount of ivy honey. So they had a good box full of stores there. So yet again, the bees have died out. I don't think through starvation, but this was an arrived swarm. It came here last year. Hasn't been treated for mites. Could well have succumbed to mites if it doesn't have the capabilities of dealing with mites. So maybe that's what it is. Right, well this one's also got a super of honey and no bees. No bees here. Stores. Pollen going mouldy. Yeah, quite a lot of stores. Yeah, had some mice go in it, but what they got to do with it is hard to say. They might just have come in recently. Alright, let's take it to bits and put some queen excluders on. Sad to see, but bees with their tongues out. Here's another one that had a mouse guard on, but now it's off. I can't. There's one drawing pin. So I'll put it back on again, I suppose. Well, there were bees in this one anyway, and they're up at the stores, which is up at the top here. So I think I'll put the mouse guard back on, try and put it on better, and don't think I'm going to disturb them. Put another super with that honey on, I think. Yeah. Hopefully there's not a mouse in there. Well, they're definitely still alive. And the mouse guard's not put on properly yet, but I'll have to put another couple of drawing bins in. So I don't know what's pushing them off. This one's off as well down here. This one's on the floor. So I'll have to have a look at this one next. Right, well, there's a new mouse guard on there now. Bees didn't really come to the entrance when I was tapping it in. The entrance block's a tight fit, that entrance block. So I don't know how strong they are. Still wasps around. There's one there. Anyway, I put an extra super of honey on from the hives that failed down there, so they're not going to be short of stores, although it's quite high up in the stack. I might revisit them in February and reorganise the supers a bit. Now this hive finished its last bucket of syrup that I gave it. That's dry now. This one's on a brood and a half, so I've been feeding it on a brood and a half. So hopefully they will survive until February, by which time I'll probably take the feeder off and put some frames of honey in the half, given that the bees have survived to that point. Right, well, it was the shortest day yesterday, so now every day gets a little longer. But of course, we've still got 2-3 months of cold weather to come before we can really start getting into our boxes again. Here is one we can't see further down. There are currently four colonies that have made it this far. Doesn't mean we'll end up with 4 by the time we get to April, but there were 4 at the moment.